Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, and the swamp, where, as they like to say here, only the Gators come out alive. This place is cranked up and ready for a big game today. We've got a terrific matchup tonight. Anticipation has been building in this campus all day long, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Wolverines will kick this deep to get us going. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And now the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the 1st down.
Using his legs, it's Edwards. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Boy, really nice job by this defense. Not only do they pressure the quarterback and get after him, but I don't think they tipped their hand with their coverage. They actually waited to the last possible second to bracket this receiver, and it almost paid off for an interception.
Quick throw to his receiver. He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Wolverines. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Bringing it out, it's Hawkins. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. The Gators offense retakes the field. Remember, last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. They'll start the drive here with an end around. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, even though positive yards are gained here, I think the defense has to be happy on how they prepared coming into the game for these kind of different looks. They look very aware that these formations and plays could happen on any given down.
He's moving out of the pocket now. Ball carrier tackled there. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to make a big play downfield. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. And the Gators will line up to boot it away.
On to kick it away.
And he drives the punt deep. That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? It's a run to the left. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Warren. Quick throw to the left side. He's a wide-open receiver, complete. They keep the drive going. It's a 1st down at the 46.
Boy, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history, and it's good that they're leaning on it.
Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game, is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offense.
It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Can he take it all the way? Out past the 30. Crosses the 10. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Gators. And the defense gets involved, scoring a touchdown to suddenly tie this football game.
Just getting a couple turnovers from your defense is really all you can expect. But to be able to get 6 points from them in addition is above and beyond. They get their 6 points, and now they're really thinking about winning this game.
And the extra point was up and good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fielded in the end zone. It's Morris. He's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. The Wolverines hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Looking to pass. It's Warren. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return. Tackled at the 17, but a big interception for this defense.
Chris, I think I could hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
And the single back takes the handoff. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Well, those counter plays are tough on a defense. Defense has got to be gap sound. You get so caught up in the base concepts that the offense comes back with a counter play. If you're not sound with your gap integrity, you can give up a big play.
Mental mistake by the defense, a 5-yard penalty. The Gators trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Oh, here comes the reverse. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position and were able to stop that reverse in its track.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. And the pass is complete to the tight end. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now. This defense is making it tough. Ball sit at the 3. It's 3rd and goal. Handed great field position. Can the defense force a field goal attempt here? And try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask of the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
PAT puts them in front by 7. Now they get set to kick it away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. On the move. Can they catch him? Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! What a highlight moment. The kickoff taken all the way back for a touchdown.
I mean, a kick return for a touchdown is one of the most electrifying plays in football. Everything has to align right. Great blocks. Return man hits the crease just like he did there. Then he's off to the races. By the way, if I'm the kickoff coverage team, I don't know if I'd be kicking to this guy anymore.
And the point after is good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Florida offense retakes the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. They're going to run it. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. With the catch, it's Badger. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Important 3rd down play coming up after that completion. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Lets it fly to the wideout. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way. Can they stop him? At the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead.
Michigan, 21-14.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Bringing it out, it's Hawkins. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First down, looking to throw the football. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Gators. Made the defense look slow that time.
Yeah, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want and hit it for a big one.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. He'll hand it off. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. And the Wolverines looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Back to throw. It's Warren. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball. If this one was an interception, he better tighten.
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. He's picked for a third time tonight. Going the other way, can they catch him? The 30, inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida. And the defense joins the party with a pick-6. And the interception taken to the house, a pick-6 potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. Let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
So with the PAT, they take a 7-point lead, 28-21. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick-6 last time out here. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. Breaks loose at the 45. Tackled, but first down.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
And he's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Looking downfield, it's Warren. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know.
They bring the heat and the blitz works. They've got it. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Play action fake, looking to throw. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And it's caught inside the 10. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
First down and goal. Can the defense force a field goal and keep the lead at halftime? Here's the handoff. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
The pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Well, they're snapping the ball near the goal line, but the defense does a good job of thinking, hey, guys, let's force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and let's not give up 6. They did their job there.
Looking to throw on third and goal. Touchdown, Wolverines. This passing game is still on fire.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And there's the point after.
The kick is good. That ties the game.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Gators offense retakes the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Looking to throw it deep. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. What in the world was going on the defensive side of it?
What was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
But they'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. The extra point is good. Back in front in this shootout, 35-28. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. Looking to throw it on first down. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Scanning the field, it's Warren. And he lofts one deep over the middle. Tried to go very deep there, good effort. Now it's third down.
I don't know if people understand how hard it is to defend against the deep ball and man coverage like that. But this defensive back did it perfectly. Turns his head back just in time to find the ball to ensure that incompletion.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Look at this. He'll go deep again. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical third down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to fourth down.
4th and 10 after 3 straight incompletions. Can they connect this time? Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's going to take another shot right here. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Look out, he's got some space. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. And they will trot out the field goal team here. Kick is up and no good. And the lead remains at 7 after the miss.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. And now you can see he's hanging his head. A poor kicker.
This will likely be the last play of the half. To the air, it's Warren. Running out of time in the pocket. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. So that wraps up a wild first half. We'll take a couple of deep breaths here, take a break, and be back for the second half soon. The Gators will kick this away to get the second half going. Fields it just outside the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And Michigan offense back out on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional. I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Can he make it to the marker? They stop him, but it's a first down.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Of course, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Now it's second down here. Dropping back, it's Warren. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
They'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz. That linebacker was coming downhill, Kurt.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The Florida offense retakes the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Jet sweep receiver trying to find some room. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I love the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little bit lacking on that one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board on that call.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is it gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this and picking up that first down.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Oh, looks like the defense jumped offside there. If that's the case, this will be a first down. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So 1st and 10 for the offense after a costly 4th down penalty on the defense. Trying to find room. It's Johnson. A juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And there's the handoff. Running with purpose. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground here. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Grab behind the line, it's Johnson. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All you could do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Back to pass. It's Lagway. He's looking deep here. That one knocked away, incomplete. Good job by the defense to end the third quarter.
Florida, 35. Michigan, 28.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
It's a one-possession game. They'll elect to go for it here on fourth down. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Needs a completion here on fourth down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida.
Boy, this guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. Bringing it out. It's Morris. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. Stopped at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
On the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
They've got him. It's a sack for the defense. The Wolverines looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
Oh, Chris, the offense could not afford to throw that interception down by a couple of scores. Every series matters. Every opportunity in possession. You need points on the board, and to throw a pick, you just wonder how many chances more they'll get.
Oh, the reverse. That was a nice juke, but not much room to run. He's brought down for a short game. Important second down play coming up. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Any team that likes to run the toss and can do it successfully means they can win the battle on the edges. When you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner, they got it done there for a very nice game.
The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
Now I like to run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And the wideout goes in motion. The receiver's got it on a jet sweep. He shows off the juking ability, but not much room to run. It's a short game.
Boy, he was so close to getting to the outside and coming up with some huge yards. But, hey, let's give credit to the defense. This receiver is really fast. They're very, very fortunate not to give up a big play.
Brought that to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
Here's a great example of a back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
Oh, it's a reverse. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, we're seeing this more and more where wide receivers are getting involved in the running game, both here in college and also up in the NFL. I think it's due to plays like this one right here, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Excellent play call.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Oh, here comes the reverse. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because you can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
You talk about a tough matchup for this defense down in this area. What are you going to do? The quarterback puts it up in the air, and the big tight end goes over top of everybody for the touchdown.
They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Morris. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
And the Michigan offense will take over 1st and 10.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Man, the defense seems to be all about loading up to stop the run. They're creating some one-on-one opportunities, and the quarterback and receiver make them pay for it with a great play.
Back to pass. It's Warren. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Well, that interception.